Okay, a very good afternoon, one and all. Now, today we can have start with our computer graphics practical based on C++. The first practical that we can today is talking about the line drawing algorithm using vector generation. So, I'm going to open the program that I'm already write it down in the C++ software. So, here it is, our program of first vector generation algorithm. In this program, we have start writing a code. We can open our C++ software, and according to the algorithm, we have to write a program. In that program, the first step that we have to write the include files that we required to write a computer graphics program to generate a line. In that computer graphics program, we have to first include a file iostream.h. In this iostream.h file, that means we have to take a input and output files, stream files from the header. Then second is hash include conio.h. In this conio.h is used for the clear screen, and we can have for a getch, that is displaying output onto the screen. Then third one is nothing but the hash include graphics.h. In the graphics.h, we have used a graphics header file to display a line onto output screen. Then the fourth one is hash include math.h. In that hash include math.h is used, we are having some calculations in our algorithm. So for that calculations, we have used here the header file math.h. Now let's we start a program. The first step is nothing but void main, a main function that we have going to start. Now in that algorithm, vector generation algorithm, first of all, I'm going to tell you what is the vector generation algorithm. So vector generation algorithm is having take a input from a keyboard of four coordinates, that is x1, y1, x2, y2, and we have to find out the delta value of that x1 or x-axis and the y-axis, that is the delta x and delta y. Hence we have to declare a integer variable called x1, y1, x2, y2, delta x, delta y, and there is a length where we have to find out the length from where starting point to the end point, what are we required to draw or to generate a vector. Vector generation is nothing but having the highlighting the pixels, or to get the intensity of that particular pixel that we have to comes into the point x1 y1 and x2 y2, that all pixels is highlighting is nothing but the vector generation. The next that we can declare integer, that is int gd gm. In that case, int gd, that is graphics driver and graphics mode. In this graphics driver and graphics mode, we have used this graphics driver and graphics mode for detecting a graph and for initialize, that is the init graph. Here in the right, we can detect graph and gd and gm, that is the address of graphics driver and address of graphics mode that we have collecting from the detect graph, and initialize a graph, that is graphics init graph, that is and gd and gm, and we have giving the path where we are software is uploaded, or we can have software is installed in the drive, where there is a file whose name, or there is a directory whose name called a bgi. So we have give the path of that directory here. Now we have to enter the value of x1 y1 by writing down the cout command, enter the value of x1 and y1, and take input from the keyboard called cin x1 y1. The next one, that is a cout, enter the values of x2 and y2. In that enter a value of x2 y2, this is the output line, and then we can take an input from a keyboard called cin x2 and y2. The next step is calculating a delta x. So delta x is calculating, which is equal to x2 minus x1, and delta y is calculating, which is equal to delta y2 minus y1. Now next one, the next line is a if. Here we can check it out whether our line is gentle slope or sharp slope, means line is moving from the dy or dx. So delta x is greater than equal to delta y, then length is equal to delta x. Then length is equal to delta x. If delta x is less than equal to delta y, then the condition is fail and length equal to delta y. Then we have to calculate the value of delta x and delta y by dividing x2 minus x1 divided by length for the dx, and dy is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by length. Hence, we can say that in that case, we have find it out the value of dx and dy. Now here we can get a pixel value where we can have start our point to generating a line. So we can get the x and y. Hence, in the top of this program, we are not going to declare a x and y value. So here it is, we can declare int x and y, and there is another while looping variable I is equal to 1. So that first of all, we have to calculate the value of x and y, the point from where we have to start our line generating. So x is equal to x1 plus, we have multiply the 0.5 into dx. So why we can have multiply the 0.5 into dx? The reason is that we have to get the round figure value. That is only the reason we have to multiply our delta x value into the 0.5. And for calculating the y is equal to y1 plus 0.5 into delta y. The reason is same, why we can have multiply the value into a delta y. Now here we can get the value, or we can apply a while loop from where I is less than equal to length. That means from starting point to the ending point, we have to compare our each and every value of I until we get the last point, that is x2 y2 of that particular point. So in the while loop, we write put pixel x comma y comma 12. So in the put pixel is a method, by default method in a C++, where it fills or it generates the line into the output screen. So we have display the value of x, we have display the value of y, comma the 12 is nothing but the intensity or the color that we have display the line. And now we can have find out by the next point or the next pixel by adding the point value into the dx. That is x is equal to x plus delta y and y is equal to y plus delta y. By applying or by using these 2 points, or this adding to the delta x and delta y to the x and y point, it generate the next value of that point. And next one is I is equal to I plus 1, and now here we can have use a delay. That means it is shown to us how the line is generating. So this is what we can write a program for vector generation algorithm. Okay, so now the first one, we have to compile this program and see how many errors or the what is the output of that program. So I'm going to compile the program by Alt F9. Here it is, there is no error and there is no warning. Now we are going to run this program, that is Control F9. So here it is, we can now enter the value of x1 y1. I'm going to give it value, the 100 is for x1 and 200 is for y1. Now we can write the enter the value of x2 and y2. I am easy write 300 for x2 and 400 for y2, and here it is, we can generate a line, vector generation. See, it is the line, the pixel is enlightening by generating a 1 by 1 pixels from x1 y1 to the x2 y2. Okay, here it is, we can have the practical one of this computer graphics program, the line generating algorithm, and we can write a program for generate a line by using a vector generation algorithm. Thank you guys, thank you so much.